Hello and welcome. We are going to do a reading on the Anonymous group. The group Anonymous. I'm going to use Morgan Greer for this reading. All right, so I have some specific questions. Oh my goodness. Hello, Melanie. My friend that passed always said that she would show up in our readings as the hermit after she passed because we knew she was going. So, hey, Melanie, everyone say hi. All right, so these are the questions that I have written down for this. We are looking at what can we know about the group, what's the size of the group, what does success look like for them, what does them being stopped look like, who could be trying to stop them, is there anybody well known, and what is the group's impact on the US, because they're specifically doing some things in that arena right now, but also anything. I feel like a lot of things that happen here in the States have a pretty decent impact on the rest of the globe. So we're going to look at my favorite question: how does this affect humanity? So that's what we're looking at in this reading regarding the group Anonymous. And I don't know where the Legion part comes in. That's like something new that I keep seeing. So I don't know if that's always been part of their name or if that's just some way they're differentiating themselves so that they, because they're like getting blocked on Twitter and stuff. I have not shuffled yet. You saw me take these out of the box. But while I shuffle, allow me to introduce myself. If you're new, my name is Melissa, and I like to do these kind of wacky readings on like current event stuff or like silly things like aliens and that kind of jazz. I also do witchy unboxing videos and Metaphysical Monday videos. I try to do a Metaphysical Monday once a month or so, which I am going to work on converting that into a podcast kind of setup. Still here on YouTube, but YouTube is expanding to have a podcast section soon and have announced that, so I wanted to try and get that in there like that. Anyways, all right, so let's talk about Anonymous, the group Anonymous. The group Anonymous. What can we know about them? We're asking for details. I'm kind of curious if anyone like has any idea who it might be. Like who would you, what would your conspiracy theory be about who Anonymous is? Like, is it like a celebrity or a politician, or like who do you think it is? Like, I don't want to out them, obviously, but like it's fun to kind of speculate. Like, so let's speculate in the comments. Yeah, so anyways, we're looking at the group. Oh, okay. I don't take jumpers unless they do this or they land on the table face up. So we're going to set that aside. That, if you can't see it, is the Devil card. We'll see how that applies. All right, so let's just start general. What can we know about this group? What can we know about the group Anonymous? Okay, yeah, no. Ay. All right. I don't know why it's so trendy to flip the cards. Like, this happens to me on accident because I have small hands. Like, I can't even shuffle this way because, like, I can't grip the cards right. Like, I can't do that thing. Not with these. With regular playing cards, like poker cards, I can. I don't know why it's trendy to have your cards flying all over the flipping place. Like, that's smoke and mirrors, in my opinion. No offense if you do that, if you read that way. That's more power to you. I just find it kind of amusing / annoying. Annoying? I'm making up my own words. Anyway, so what can we know about them? What can we know about the group Anonymous? All right. Cut. Okay. Two pages. I feel like these are kids. I feel like this is a group of kids. This is giving like Gen Z or Gen Alpha, whatever, the youngest generation. What was that? There was like a 21-year-old that worked at like the Pentagon or something, like the office staff kind of, basically, but revealed some things recently on Discord. But there was also somebody else who like doxed recently, like in the last 6 months, like Supreme Court, like I feel like the group Anonymous is a very young group. Or, you know, it could just be because they're new, but the pages indicate youth, learning, naivety, the beginning of something. This is like learning. This is like, so this is giving young energy. So when I ask the question, what can we know about the group? There is youth, like really coming up here. So we have youth. So I'm thinking that the group, this may be telling us the group is a little young, or or they're like naive and maybe like they think they can do something that maybe they just don't have the knowledge to do yet. But I don't think that's the case here. Cut again. Okay. Is that why I was supposed to cut again? They're here to tear shit down, really. What else can we know about them? Ending cycles. That 10 of Swords is being done with suffering, like the ending of suffering, the end of a cycle as a 10. But we also have the 7 of Wands here, which is going to tell us about defensiveness. So I feel like this is about like the overall, generally, this is a group of young people who are trying to defend and, you know, defend the people and end suffering. They're trying to close a cycle. They're trying to end a cycle here. Now this devil energy that kind of popped out while I was shuffling, that is giving me like attachment, like almost like as a warning. Don't get attached to the group. Don't get it, you know, like don't don't get yourself over involved. So like maybe taking that as a warning for the reading. But the devil is about like unhealthy attachment, toxicity, you know, just addiction is the word I was reaching for there. Just unhealthy attachments there. So maybe it's saying that, you know, they have an unhealthy attachment to their cause. That could be why that popped out. I'm sorry I keep clearing my throat. Allergies are ridiculous this past decade. Anyways, all right, so let's ask, like, what does the size of the group look like? What does the size, how big, how far does this group reach? Is it like a single person? Is it a group? How big is the group? What is the size of this organization? Air quotes, organization. Okay. Wow. Okay, then. Okay. So my first, when I saw this one, it was like, we're not telling, like I literally heard it in a teasing tone. Like, we're not telling, stay blind, bitch. That's kind of what I've got there. And then 2 major arcana cards, the world, there are the world. And then the death card, which is kind of, I mean, I know it's not anywhere near the same, but like, I felt like that mask kind of showed up. And then the death being right underneath this 10 of Swords. I'm almost getting like, you like stop the reading. You're done. Kind of from that. Like, I feel like they don't even want to tell us how big the group is. Now, we could say that the world would indicate that it's a very large group. But this death card is also about transformation, and kind of a distinct change, like literally like scrapping the whole thing in order to start over new. Like, you have to release from these bonds here, in order to bring in something new, and that would be coming from the world card energy here. Also, the world is the last card in the major arcana. Like, I'm literally almost getting like, stop the reading. And I just kind of heard the whole like Willy Wonka thing, you know, stop the boat, when they're in the boat in the tunnel and like doing the creepy song. Kind of getting that. I'm not liking this energy, if I'm being honest. How big is the group? That's what we asked. What does the size of the group look like? And it's just, we're everywhere but we're nowhere. You'll never see us. Like, you don't see us. We're not here. But I'm also getting ending energy here. We have the World card. The World card is the end of a cycle. The Ten of Swords, end of a cycle. Death card, end of a cycle. But all of these endings are in order to give space for something new. This young energy here, this kind of like this new generation. But I feel like we're not going to get an answer for how big this group is, which, this could be telling us it's not big, but we want to kind of keep that illusion up. But it also could be really saying, like, this group is bigger than anyone will ever know, and they are going to bring about change. Like, that's how big the group is. So take it however you kind of feel that goes, but definitely get it, like, all this ending energy here. I'm going to stop with that line of questioning. We're going to move on. What does success for the group look like? What would be successful for them and their cause and their goals? What would be success for the group Anonymous? The Wheel of Fortune. Again, changing the tides. See, the Wheel of Fortune for me doesn't necessarily indicate luck, like everyone else kind of says, especially with this deck. And I'm going to have to stand up to get this focused right. Again, another 10 here. We've got another 10, that end of the cycle. And then anything with a circle or a ring of some sort, that is also going to indicate cycles. But what I always pull out of this deck is who's controlling the fate, who is controlling the wheel. And I kind of am getting that, like, that's what they're trying to point out. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting for the cause. They are their cause, success, that's the word. Success for them looks like revealing, okay, Wizard of Oz coming in. Why is it movies today? Usually it's like music and songs that pop in to help kind of navigate me through the reading. But the Wizard of Oz, the wizard, like what's behind the curtain, I feel like it's like they're trying to reveal who's actually cranking this wheel. And also with this deck specifically, this one kind of flying off the end, it's like how hard is the wheel being turned? If it's being, turned too quickly or too abruptly, there could be casualties. So it's also kind of gives that energy of like slow and steady kind of, in order to make it a fun ride. Like they've got their hands kind of like clasped here. They're holding hands. They're having a good old time up there. This one though, I mean, he's even still got his drink in his hand. This one, though, not so much. So I feel like there's kind of success for them. Looks like, weeding out something. We'll leave it at that. And kind of exposing the man behind the curtain. The Wizard of Oz thing kind of is what's pulling from this. It's like they're trying to answer the success for them looks like revealing the wizard behind the curtain. That's what success looks like for them. Now, what does it look like for them being stopped? What does it look like if they're stopped? That doesn't count. What does that look like if the group Anonymous is stopped? I saw the card, but it didn't flip. Another fucking 10. You guys. Another 10. That's the 10 of Pentacles, obviously. You can see. Maybe unless you're listening to this in the car or something. It's like okay, so the 10 is an end. We already know that. But this card is signifying, like, for me, like a legacy. Okay, a legacy. is what I get from this card. So what does it look? Oh, okay. So the key, if the keyword is legacy for this card for this reading, then that could look like if they are stopped, it will go to the next generation, right? Because typically you would get a meaning of like inheritance, financial gain, generation, things that you can pass down to your family, or your children, your offspring, your grandchildren, whatever, things that can be passed down. So I feel like it looks like if they're stopped, they still have like almost like getting like a fail safe. Almost getting like a fail safe energy for this. I feel like they have something already in place if they get ended, if there's like an end to their organization, then I feel like they have something in place for the next generation. Here comes those young ones again in these pages. Here comes these kids marching in. So I kind of feel like there's a little bit of a legacy energy there. If they were to get stopped, it's like success at all costs kind of getting from there. Also noticing this X, another 10, right? We have the 10 here, and it's like reiterating that. It's like hammering that point in that this is the end of a cycle, but not the end of the legacy, but not the end of the story. So that's kind of what I'm getting for that. And I'm going out of order in my questions, so I'm losing my place. Success, what does them being stopped look like? Is there anybody trying to stop them? Like, who's trying to stop them? See, I can't. My hands are too small. And these are like smaller tarot cards. Like, these aren't even like regular size. Who's trying to stop the group? Anonymous. Okay. Nobody. Not nobody, but I feel like they're waiting. Like, I don't think anybody's really trying. Yeah. That's the 9 of Swords too. Their hands are tied. It's like I don't think anybody's trying to stop them. So let me kind of like move these. I know I'm going all wacky here. I want to keep the cards out, but they're in the way. So yeah, okay. I don't think there's no action being taken in these cards. This is kind of like they're waiting. They're watching, like there may be people watching, waiting, kind of, and the back is turned to us as the viewer. So this is like, they're kind of like turning a blind eye. They're trying, like, almost like this almost is like ignoring and like energy. Like, I'm getting like they're kind of ignoring it right now, but their hands are tied. So this 9 of Swords is about worry and anxiety and stress. They're stressed over it, but it's like they're kind of trying to ignore it, is what I'm getting. I don't know if they're like, and I have a Twitter account that I used when I was blogging, that I don't touch anymore. But I'm not on Twitter. I don't know what they're posting, and I'm pretty sure that's where it's all being posted. I don't know how to use Discord, if there's anything there. So I don't know exactly what they're posting, but I know that they are releasing things that were never intended or expected to be released. So it's like their hands are tied here. I forget where I was going with that, what they're posting exactly. I don't know. But I also don't know, because I'm not watching that necessarily. I am seeing it come up on my feeds a little bit, but not the actual information that's being released. So I don't know exactly. As far as I can tell, it's like personal information. Nothing too scandalous as far as I don't know. But let me move on to the point, Melissa. Get it together. I don't think I've seen anything about any responses about the people involved in the information. Like, so the one that I remember was the initials were LB. I don't want to like say the name and get flagged in, the algorithm for it as like saying anything bad about them, because I'm not. But she, LB, that's the person I saw like a snippet, like it was like censored information. But I haven't seen anybody in that arena disputing anything or acknowledging these information release. Now, if they're acknowledging these and they're coming out and saying it's not true or anything like that, please let me know in the comments. Because like when I do these kind of wacky current event readings, I do my best to not do extra research. Just what comes into my energy to that kind of prompts me to want to do a reading. And once I decide to do a reading, I don't like look up any more information. So I didn't look to see, but it looks to me like they're going to try it. It's like if you ignore it, it'll go away. Kind of, that's what I'm getting there. So let's get to the impact questions. What is the, you know what? I'm adding these back in. This one too. We're going to do a one good shuffle, and I'm going to ask my 2 impact questions. If you have another couple of minutes to stick around, I will wrap it up after that. One more. All right. What is the group Anonymous's impact on the United States, outcome-wise? What is the impact of what they are doing? This is getting really long. What is the impact on the United States only? Okay, cut. Yeah. Both of those? Oh, there's 3. Okay. I feel like there's going to be, okay, so we have the King of Rods. I feel like maybe somebody comes forward as an impact in the United States as a leader. So we have this king who is a leader. I feel like this kind of brings a leader to the forefront, or reveals or exposes a leader. But this is all about opportunity here. And this 8 of Pentacles as well. This is about, like buckling down and doing your due diligence. If you're on TikTok, I don't remember how she said it, but it was really funny and she said it wrong. Anyways, but this is like diligently working. This is like doing work, like we're not looking at the progress. We're not looking at how far we've got to go. We're not looking at how far we've come. We are just focused. This is like a laser focused energy here. And there's new opportunities. So I feel like there may be an opportunity for a leader. There may be, it may just be that like somebody kind of comes in and like it allows for somebody to, reveal themselves and bring about a lot of opportunities to focus on, building things back, building up after all of the ending energy we had out there before, all of those 10s and death and the world card, like all of that end energy. I feel like this is kind of like about opportunities to rebuild after that. So I feel like there is some things that are going to be broken down as a result of their efforts. But I feel like impact on the U.S., I feel like there's a lot of opportunity here to, maybe for somebody to come forward as a different type of leader. But also that building energy to kind of almost, I know it's a chisel and a hammer, but like, kind of getting a little pencil energy there too. So maybe some writing of things, solidifying. Okay. So if this was writing and we have a hammer and a chisel, it's like making a permanent mark. It's like unbreakable, almost like carving in a tablet. I don't want to get like not in a religious way, but like it's something set in something being set in stone. Something like and then unbreakable bond comes to mind. I don't know if that applies or how that applies, but if that phrase means anything and you know how it applies, let me know. Yeah, so that's what I see kind of going on in the U.S. as a result of that. I feel like there is going to be some opportunities brought about, and there, to focus on building something a lot more permanent, I guess, something being set in stone. All right, so let's ask the humanity questions, or the impact question about humanity. What does... We're going to do another shuffle, okay. What impact does the group Anonymous have on humanity? Okay. 10, another 10. It's hard work, though. Again, with that work what I was talking about there, that 10 brings an end, right? But this is about kind of like, almost like an end to the struggle, where the 10 of swords is the end of suffering. This is giving that struggle energy. This is like taking on a heavy load. He's maintaining it, but it's stressful. So I feel like this is about that end of the stressful energy, kind of burdensome. But combining that 10 meaning in there, it's like the end of the burden, the end of the stress. So I feel like overall, there's an end to, stressing yourself out, overworking yourself. We have the moon card here, illusion, things maybe not being what they seem. I feel like there will still be some secrets. There will be still some mystery. So almost kind of like what I'm getting, which is kind of like not related to the question, is we're like their identities, I feel like, is what will remain a mystery here with this moon card. That's interesting. But anyways, so one more card for the impact on the humanity, but cut. Okay. The star. Oh, come on. So yeah, I feel like this is a big impact because we have 2 major arcanas. So on the humanity global scale, this is a big impact. Do I feel like it's positive? Yes, because of the star card. I'm getting that ending of overworking or over, like stress or burdening yourself. It's kind of like the end of being burdened overall. But the star card over here is all about hope and, that kind of balanced energy as well. So it's like, I feel like things balance out, that like what they're doing will help that. But I do think it does have a pretty big impact with these major arcana cards. A lot of water energy here. I think they're gonna cause people in general, and things that happen in the US, all these opportunities, I feel like it's going to allow people to kind of lay down their burdens and tap more into their their water energy, their emotions, their what do I really want out of life? Where am I focusing my energy? Again, that and there as well, very focused energy, right? Where am I focusing? Are things getting away with that? Let's see if I can get that. There you go. See that picture? It's like flowing away from the water. Like which way are you going to go? Are you going to go with the flow, or are you going to like try and avoid those emotions here? So I feel like being unburdened allows for the human race to tap more into their water aspects, their emotions, their intuition. Does this feel right? And I feel like that will allow people to make decisions based on that. Long term, of course. But yeah, I definitely feel like they are going to have some kind of impact. We will see how this unfolds. If you have seen any like responses from the people in question that they are kind of laying it out there for, let me know, because I have not done the research on that for purposeful reasons of not being biased there. And so that's what I'm getting. Any feedback I welcome in the comments as well. Anything else like this kind of topic that you would like to see a reading on, please let me know that too. I'm starting to get kind of creatively anxious and blocked about these readings. Like, what do I do a reading on next? So I would love your input. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to put these away. Time to go pick up the kiddos from school. I'll see you in the next one. Always remember that the magic you seek is within you.